Unlike traditional reviews, a person-centred review puts the child at the centre of the whole process. It acknowledges what's working well and encourages aspiration towards the future. A person-centred review both identifies and helps change aspects of a child's life which is not working and sets realistic outcomes and actions to change them. Though a person-centred review can take no more time than a traditional review, it's a better way for professionals to meet their statutory requirements. A person-centred review is a great way to both gather information to inform a 0 to 25 health, education and care plan and to review progress on delivering the plan. Person-centred reviews help discover and share information and create actions that are entirely based around each individual person, making the child and their family feel more involved and more in control of the process.
Well, it's just what it says really, it's putting the person at the centre of everything you do. So we think about, rather than it being a formal meeting with paper that perhaps people can't read, is how do we make the environment comfortable and safe for the person? How do we help people have discussion that moves to action? Hi, good to see you. Come in. Hi, Zach.
In a person-centred review, the room is set up informally with snacks and refreshments, music, and usually with large boards with headings asking specific questions. A variety of people can attend the review.
So we have people that the person feels comfortable and safe with, maybe friends, family, people that need to be there as well. So it might be paid practitioners as well. And we have a conversation, we have a dialogue, and everybody contributes. Well, welcome all to Zach's review. It's really good to see you all. What we're going to do, I'm going to go through...
The facilitator explains to everyone present what the process of the review is and what the ground rules are. The first section of the review is where we appreciate the child.
I am loving his independence at the moment.
His independence, how cool is that?
Newfound independence.
People are invited to share information about the child, what they appreciate and like and admire about them. A person-centred review is an excellent way either to update an existing one-page profile or to create a one-page profile from the review.
And talking about actions, let's look on progress on
The
actions.
facilitator then moves on to discussing progress on actions set at the last review. This helps to see what's been achieved since the last review, to acknowledge and celebrate what's gone well, but also to see if anything hasn't been achieved or addressed.
I think he's outgrown that action, which is lovely to hear.
Once the actions have been discussed, the facilitator moves on to the next station of the review, which invites everyone to come up to the board and write about the child under specific headings.
We're going to think about Zach and his life and his school, and I'm going to ask you to come up, grab a pen, and write under the headings.
These headings are: what's important to the child now? This focuses on the things that really matter to the child and that would cause distress if not present. What's important in the future? These are the things that need to happen to support the child well to move towards the future and their hopes and dreams. How best to support the child? Here we think about the things that others need to either know or do to make sure that the child is supported well. And this will include what professionals need to do to meet their statutory requirements and how other people are supporting the child, what they need to do. This could be things like making sure that somebody has their communication aid with them when they're out and about, or for somebody to complete a statutory assessment at a particular time. What's working and not working? We look at this from different perspectives, from the child's point of view, or our best guess if they can't tell us, from the family's point of view, schools, and for others as well. Here, differences of opinion can be aired and recorded. Even if things that aren't working, there are always things that can be celebrated and acknowledged that are going well. In addition to these headings, there's a section where any questions can be addressed.
Spell it, yeah. Bird with B, rabbit with double B. Spell it, yeah. Spell it, yeah. Bird with B, rabbit with double B, yeah.
Well, it feels like everybody's contributed, so thanks for that. If you want to take your seats.
Once the information has been gathered and shared, the facilitator leads the discussion to explore any differences of opinion and generate person-centred outcomes. These are based on changing what's not working, keeping what is working going, and moving toward what the child wants in the future. It's during this time that we create the outcomes and clearly state what we want to see in a year's time, and then move from that to a detailed action plan with strategies that make sure everybody's working towards the same goal.
For me, it's about young people's lives. It's about them having choice and control and developing and growing and maturing. So a person-centred review starts with what's important to the young person, thinks about great support to help them engage with the curriculum, thinking about personalised learning, but also thinks about those things outside of school as well. So a statement of educational need isn't just about that, it's about whole life thinking.
We went through the statement originally with the council, and it was so it was a piece of paper, it wasn't an actual person. You couldn't talk around that statement, it was just black and white. Whereas in here, everyone gets a chance to have a little chat, and you can hear more than just what's written on a piece of paper.
Every young person that I've met absolutely loves their person-centred review because they bring the treats that they want, they bring their snacks, they bring music, they might even bring their friends along as well. Then they can contribute to their own meeting, their own review. And you can see from this graphic here.
Introducing person-centred reviews is a really simple process.
When we do training, we think about how would it feel for you? So I often think, if I had my own review, what would it be like? If I was sitting around a big boardroom table with 14 strangers, how would that make me feel? And how would I want to feel at my own meeting? Would I want to be there if decisions were made about me? And I think that it's that insight over the 3 days when people start to empathise and think about what it must be like to have your own review, how these tools can help. We call them person-centred thinking tools because we know unless we think in a different way, we won't behave in a different way. So we really spend 3 days spending quality time thinking about getting a great review.
We can provide training and support and a range of resources to make sure you're able to use them effectively to make a difference for the child or the young person, the family, the school and professionals.
Well, so often when people come through the training, they recognise about experiencing a real review. I think we give them space and time to explore their own feelings, think about their own kind of personalised learning, thinking about the toolkit. I think the most important thing is that we have a vision of success. So it's for the young people, it's for teachers, and teacher to teacher can use that as well. And I guess the senior leadership team also can use that and then start to build it into things like appraisal and thinking about supporting you as well. So it's thinking about almost breathing, living those person-centred thinking tools.